Alright, hey everybody, it's Gil, and this is my boy, Harland. And today we're gonna go snooping through my collection. We're gonna go through the Zappa records. I was gonna say Z, but all I got's Zappa, so for Z in vinyl, so that's what I'm gonna do.
You don't even have any zebra?
No, I don't have any zebra.
God, what kind of collector are you?
I'm Gil. This is my channel. If you don't like it, turn it off. Alright, so we're gonna go through the Z's, and I have to say I'm realizing after doing all these videos and all the different versions of my face that people have seen over the years, this is my least favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should grow out your handlebar mutton chop mustache out again.
Yeah.
That one I thought suit you.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. Like, get the hair a little longer and then grow the mutton chops.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's what I would do.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the Zappas. I didn't really look through these, so these aren't gonna be really in any order. So we'll just show them in like whatever pops up.
Yeah. We're not doing it, by date of release.
No.
Or anything.
No.
Although it'd probably appear that way.
So
Maybe.
this one
I don't know
actually.
how you have it organized.
Well, I don't. That's just it. I don't. Yeah. So, well, the first one is Mothers of Invention Freak Out.
Or if you really want to go crazy, you just call it the Mothers.
The Mothers.
Yeah. You just for all those crazies. Like
for those hardcores
Zappa fanatics.
Yeah.
They were never going to be the Mothers of Invention anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
They were just going to be the Mothers. There's the back of it too. I guess if people want to see the back of it,
Yeah. Should I really go? I guess I don't know if I should go, like, open it up or anything like that. Though this one is a nice edition.
I don't know if you have to open it up.
No.
It's okay. A nice edition, you said?
Yeah. Well, it's like the audiophile 180 gram version.
Oh, so it's a thick.
Yeah.
It's a thick record.
Thick re-release or whatever.
So what does it mean, really? I never really understood why. Does it just mean better symphonic range when you have a thicker record?
Yeah, it just means it's no. No, it's heavier weight. Supposedly it's gonna sound better or whatever, but I don't have a system that's I don't have a system that's good enough to pick
up its heaviness.
Exactly. Just, oh, this sounds heavy.
Yeah.
I can really Oh, you can really hear the grams.
Wow, those extra 25 grams really add a lot to this.
Yeah,
a lot to these things.
It's really good.
Now I gotta try them through these cables.
I gotta hang these cables right.
I gotta hang these cables right. I only face my system to the east because that's the best way to get the most range.
The most range out of the cables.
The most range out of your cables.
But I'm not an audiophile by any means. So, oh, and speaking of audiophiles and records and vinyl and all that kind of stuff, I want to give a shout out to.
It's expensive.
Very.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Frank, who's
Frank.
Frank at Channel 33.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
I got this shirt from. Well, yeah. Speaking of Franks.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah. Speaking of Franks, he's got anyway. I want to Frank Landry, Channel 33.
Right.
He sells awesome shirts. So you want to go get a shirt, go get this one. I still owe money to come by house. I mean, come on, how funny is that?
Very.
And it's very thematic because he's talking about Columbia House right now.
Yeah.
So
it's in the time.
It is.
Get it before it's not.
Exactly. Get it. Well, it's in the time. Be in the now. All right.
Buy shirts now.
So we got this one's we're only for the money. Or is that the front? No, this is the front.
I've never seen that cover of that version before.
That's the front. Well, it's kind of like
Like I've only just ever seen the Beatles Sgt. Pepper one.
Well, this is the Beatles Sgt. Pepper one, but they made it opposite.
Oh, right. Okay,
right?
I didn't know that.
Kind of like, because that's like how the Beatles are on the inside.
Right.
But
they did it on the reverse.
Exactly. They did the actual release was reversed that way. So.
And if you guys watch the
This is the
Zappa
Ruben
documentary, there's some clips of them actually doing that photo shoot.
That's right.
Of them posing in front of all the carrots and watermelons or whatever they had.
Yeah. And that's a fantastic documentary.
It is. Very recommended.
Uncle Meat. Most of the music from the Mothers movie of the same name, which they didn't have enough money to actually finish it at the time when they made this album.
Right.
But,
So
but
did
it
it
was
ever-
released later.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, was it ever released?
Yeah, it was released later. Ruben and the Jets, which is kind of like his doo-wop tunes.
Yeah. Hence the name The Jets, probably.
Yeah.
Because that's very doo-wop sounding.
Weasels Rip My Flesh.
Classic.
Yeah, very
Like,
much so.
everybody knows that one.
Yeah. This one I'm actually supposed to send this one out to, I was going to send this one out to Chris at Dixieland Farms. I was going to give him this copy.
Do you have another copy?
No. Well, I have it on CD, but I mean, like, I was going to give him this copy because he didn't have it, and I was going to be nice and give it to him, but I just haven't. But I don't know if he would want it because it's all like,
kind of
it's
worn.
all
It's worn and
shot
plus
and
I've always
garbagey.
seen this one in your collection though.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of weird to see it missing, to be honest.
Eh.
That's just my point.
Well, maybe.
You know, is it just me, or is there some things in people's collections that just make a certain stain in it?
Yeah.
That just kind of
Well,
associate it with other things?
And it's funny you mention that because there's actual stains.
There's actual stains on
There's
the
actual
record.
stains on the record, so maybe that's what you mean. It makes a stain in the
Yeah.
album collection.
Yeah, exactly. A stain in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you think of someone's collection, oh, they have this record that has coffee stains on it. You know, probably coffee from Zappa himself when he was writing the music in the record. You know, he etched,
Yeah.
he etched the grooves into them,
Yeah.
one by one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he worked so hard. Is he was just etching
exactly,
records
and
all
he
day.
stains every single
And he
one of
stains
them
everyone
Yeah.
with a coffee stain.
with the coffee stain
Yeah.
or smoke stains. That's why it kind of has
Yeah,
a brownish,
has a very
brownish tune because it was all
brownish
smoking.
70s vibe to it.
Yeah. Zappa and the Mothers, Roxanne Elsewhere,
Complete with ring wear.
complete with ring wear. Yeah.
That's how you. That's It's
See,
loved.
when I was getting Zappa records, like when I started buying Zappa records, it was impossible to find any because I was about 16, 17.
Yeah.
And it was impossible to find any. So like we would
Nice.
only be the only way we could get them was used.
Uh huh.
And I bought this one used at Tramps for $24 at the time.
Ooh, that's pricey.
It was
For a
pricey.
used record at the time? And
Yeah.
what did you buy that? Wait, I want to guess 80 something.
It was
No, late 80s.
it was 89 or 90.
89.
Yeah. Hot Rats.
You know, the album, if you don't know Zappa, I would recommend you listen to this one
Yeah.
first.
If you're to only listen to one Zappa album.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but because I mean, there's so much
Yeah.
to do with if you were to listen to one Zappa album, I would see it more be Lather. The one that it's not it's one that was released after he passed away, but
Yeah.
Lather would be one because that one has
It's like
quite a assortment,
yeah, that's true.
in my opinion.
That's true. Yeah, because that would be Lather would be the one that the album that turned into Zappa New York, Studio 10,
Yeah.
Orchestral Favorites, and what's the other one?
Oh, I don't.
Zoodlers.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
don't
those are
remember
the
them all,
those are
yeah.
the four albums that
Made
originally made up Lather.
Yeah.
Mothers, Fillmore East, June '71. This one isn't one of my most favorites, but it's still pretty good.
I don't know if I really actually listened to this one.
No?
Before. I don't think I have. I haven't listened to every single version of every single Zappa record ever.
Why?
Because that's a lot.
Well, start listening,
You
man.
know, and also I can't find a lot of it too,
Well,
and I don't want to spend the money to pay for the ones I can't get.
Well, there's a lot of it is streaming, and I
Well,
have a lot of
that's
it
exactly
CD.
right. Yeah. Well, a lot of the ones are on streaming. That's I usually just open up Spotify if I listen to because I don't have any Zappas except for Invention,
Yeah,
and then in my personal
in your personal collection.
in my personal thing, and then there's a lot of ones that aren't in streaming too, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, maybe
really
sometime you
upset.
can show your personal collection.
Right. It's right over there. It's like a stack.
burnt weenie sandwich.
Tasty.
Mm-hmm. Apostrophe.
Another classic one.
Also complete with ringwear.
Yeah. That's how you know it's been played,
Yep.
I think.
Overnight sensation. I'm sure all the people,
I
all the
don't know.
record
I don't know
collectors out
anything
there,
about vinyl.
all the record collectors out there are like, "Ooh, why are the records all so worn?"
You don't have it as mint or near mint?
No, I'm just happy to have it.
I only play my records once a month
Yeah.
to keep them good, so I can keep my cables fresh.
I don't understand. There are people out there who buy records
and don't play them.
No, they just
You know
they'll
who
buy-
you are.
They don't even have a record player. They'll just keep them because
This
they
will look
believe
good
it's an
on my
investment. Well, you know, to each his own.
Sometimes it can be, but that's extremely difficult to work out.
Yeah.
If you were going to buy records for investment, maybe investment for your ears,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say records would be a thing I would really invest in, like
See,
financially.
and these are fairly like some of these are worn because they were like promos that came from a radio station and stuff.
Which makes them extra cool because they punched a hole in this one for whatever
Yeah,
fucking reason.
punched a hole and also ripped the side corner of it. So that's Jazz from Hell.
Oh, is this one of the ones you got at that store when you and your friends went to back in the day? There was this. You guys showed up on the news because a radio station was selling all their records.
Oh yeah,
or
no,
something.
no, I didn't get
Did you
it.
get that one from there?
No, I didn't get it from that one. But that's a good memory. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was when CKRM, or sorry, yeah, CKCK was selling all their records and they went to digital.
Yeah.
And but all their stuff was just all like
Top
country
hits.
and 50, yeah, like country and 50s and 60s music.
Oh.
And
Well,
at the
that
time,
still
we
would
were
have
really,
been.
it would have been fantastic. Like
Yeah.
there was a lot of cool stuff, but we were punk kids who just only had money to spend on, like we were
A
looking for
couple.
Zappa.
Yeah, looking for things that you don't really see on radio stations.
Yeah, exactly.
I came looking for Zappa mostly, but I was kind of disappointed because it's not really the type of music that I was really interested in.
So, the Frank Zappa's "I Don't Want to Get Drafted" 12-inch single. These really aren't in any order at all.
I don't know.
No. Frank Zappa Meets the Mothers of Prevention. This one's the European version. The European version doesn't have Porn Wars on it. The Ship Arriving Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch.
Which I never really got the cover of until like recently, because I never actually. I was like, I just always thought it was some weird Z. 'Cause,
You
know,
just thought
Zappa.
it was like a Zappa? No.
Yeah, but then I look, and then it's like, well, it's a ship arriving just too late to save a drowning
Yeah,
witch.
there's
And
the
then
drowning
I just,
witch.
Yeah.
And
I
there's
just
the ship.
noticed. I noticed that like a couple months ago, and I'm like, oh.
Wow.
Wow, Wow, it is what it says.
That's amazing.
Great.
You Are What You Is.
On the grave.
And this one is one of my personal favorite albums. The Meek Shall Inherit Nothing and Mud Club and Heavenly Bank Account. And the cool thing about that is that Dweezil Zappa, when we saw the Hot Rats tour,
Yeah.
he played a lot of this album as well.
Yeah, it was. Well, he played when we saw it was the 50th anniversary of
Hot Rats.
Hot Rats, and he played the whole Hot Rats album from start to finish at the beginning, and then at the end he played. I remember he played what is it a camel, and then various
Yeah.
others from other things.
Yeah. And then and then he did I would say at least a third of this album.
Yeah.
Because he did
Did he Goblin
he
Girl?
did,
I believe.
he did I'm a Beautiful Guy.
Yeah.
He did a lot of this album actually.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was a long but really good show.
yeah.
The only thing bad about that show were the seats.
Yeah.
The seats in the actual theater were all super small.
And when it was over.
Yeah, exactly.
Them or Us. London Symphony Orchestra Volume 2.
Oh, I don't think I've listened to Volume 2 before.
I have
I've listened to Volume 1 only.
yeah, I only have I have Volume 1 on CD, well Volume 1 and 2 CD, but this is just the Volume 2 edition
For vinyl.
vinyl. Yeah.
Oh, right, because it has a picture of the... And I never really knew, was that actually his cat?
I don't know.
I don't know if he had a pet cat or not.
I'm not too sure.
I like cats, they're cute.
It was Francesco
Type in the
Zappa.
comments below if you like cats.
If you like cats. If you're still watching this, make sure you type cats in your comment.
And win a free prize of maybe getting responded to the comment. Probably not.
Maybe getting a comment.
Of someone saying, I like dogs more.
Francesco Zappa, which is not Frank Zappa's music. It's actually the music of Francesco Zappa that Frank Zappa found at the what's this right here? The music library of the University of California in Berkeley. And he
Berkeley.
took the music, played it on the Synclavier.
How does that thing even work?
It's just a big digital. It's like before MIDI. It's like a big digital
MIDI player.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look! Here comes Talia.
Someone's cranky. Do you need to take a nap?
Yeah.
Well, then go take one. Ooh,
Seems happy.
someone's upset.
Mm-hmm. Studio 10. This one's got Gregory Peccary on it.
It good.
Zoot Allures.
Oh,
This one was a gift from Peaches.
I really like this album.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
It good too.
Disco Boys on that one. The Man from Utopia.
Or also known as Spanky Fly Swatter.
Spanky Fly Swatter.
Yeah,
That's what you call that one?
I just thought people called it Spanky Fly Swatter.
Oh, okay. I must not be in the know.
Yeah, man, you're not in the Spanky Fly Swatter fan club.
No. Sleep Dirt.
And what's cool about Sleep Dirt is if you flip it over, the other side of the bed, most likely the wet side, that's not from this album, is on the back.
Yeah. Well, then, but I don't know why they call it Sleep Dirt, because, I mean,
Dirt's not sleeping.
he's not sleeping,
He got out of bed.
but it's just like that's the dirt that comes out from sleeping. I don't know.
Maybe. Like the dirt in your eyes.
Yeah,
Well, that's not really dirt, though. It's like eye gunk.
I don't know. This is another one I got from Peaches, actually. I have he found a copy of, this is the 200 Motels, which was this is the original pressing.
A number of three figures hotels.
Yeah, number of 3 figures hotels.
Yeah.
Orchestral favorites, yeah. Like I had a brain for it there. I couldn't think of the name of this one. Joe's Garage,
Another classic.
yeah. And
That's another one people quite associate with Zappa.
yeah, and I don't have parts 2 and 3. This is just Act 1. And Acts 2 and 3 is a separate separate album that has
Songs.
Watermelon and Easter Haze on that one, and that's
Right,
not on this
yeah,
one,
and that's-
unfortunately.
Oh, that stinks, hey.
Yeah, this one's got the Wet T-shirt night and Catholic girls and stuff. Tinseltown Rebellion.
That's also another one I played the crap out of, too.
Mm-hmm.
Played the absolute shit out of this one. In math class, I would listen to it all the time.
In math class?
Yep.
You got to listen to music in math class?
Well, if we were, after the lecture is done, and we just have, the half hour or whatever it was, or depending on the class, hour or half hour of, well, this is back before COVID, and the class, the 45 minutes or the half hour of, just work time,
Yeah.
right? You can just do the math equations and listen to music.
Oh.
Back in the days, if you had a Walkman, you had that privilege to listen to music in class kind of thing. But now it's just more common.
Oh, okay. We were never allowed to have
Listen to
music and no. Not at
Have
all.
music in music class?
It
or
was
anything?
no. The only time we ever had music was if we got to play it once in a while in art class. That was about it. And when I was in grade 10.
Even then, it was
11.
all Grease.
No, that's music. Yeah. God, shoot me now.
I want to play Grease in art
Let's
class.
listen to Let's listen to Grease.
Let's listen to the soundtrack of Grease.
The soundtrack of Grease.
Shitty, shitty, bang, bang. I don't remember it.
This one's Shake Your Booty.
That's another classic one.
This is a classic one, yeah. If you were to only have one Zappa album, that'd be one to have.
You can easily say that with half of the Zappa albums ever made. If you only had one Zappa album, it'd be this one. Is there really a Zappa album that you don't like? If anybody's willing to share. Out of all the Zappa albums, and say you love Zappa, but there's one album of his you just can't listen to, what would it be? Does that even exist with Zappa likers? or lovers? Or
Well, I would say the
even a
one I
thing?
have a hardest time listening to would probably be 200 Motels, and mainly because of the way the quality of it is recorded. Just because it's
no,
just doesn't sound
I'm not
right.
talking about the sound of it. I'm talking about like the music itself. Like, sure, that will, if it's crappily recorded, that's a completely different thing. I'm talking about the music itself in it.
Is there a Zappa album? Like, I can't think of one.
Yeah, that's the question. Among
Because I love everything he does.
yeah, exactly. That's what makes it such a weird question. Is there a Zappa album, despite it being either if it was recorded really badly or the version of it or whatever?
Yeah.
Despite those reasons, just the music in it itself, you just don't like. Out of all the stuff he's done.
No, I can't think of one. Honestly. I honestly can't think of one.
There's a good. Well, what are those called? Koans?
Because the thing is I mean, there's
Logical lists. Those logic lists.
there's
questions.
albums that you might not be in a certain mood for
Yeah.
at a time, but at the same time, I wouldn't say I don't like
You
it.
wouldn't like it. You just wouldn't want to listen to it at that time, which
Yeah, I'd
makes
rather
sense.
listen to it
But
different.
that's yet again another thing that's not part of the question, right? It's
Yeah.
like just an album, the music in it you just don't like.
I
You know.
really can't think of it.
Yeah.
Hurting my head.
I just thought of that now. I just thought of that, and I'm just like, You know, everybody who gets into Zappa, you go into Zappa and you can't get out of it. It's not something that's a phase. And I'm pretty sure that's agreeable,
Yeah.
right? Because you can listen to Zappa and listen to a song and be like, yeah, it's okay. And I shit you not, like, longest would be like 3 months later, you'll be fucking pounding Zappa into your face like no tomorrow. Like, that's just how it goes. Some artists are like that. That was me with Rio Statics.
Yeah, that's true.
Like fucking Harmelody and Group of Seven. Like, that shit was on repeat.
Yeah. They're one of those bands.
And
Zappa's one of those bands. The same
Yeah.
with Rio Stacks. That's
They
how
Might
I.
Be Giants.
They Might Be Giants.
I like
That's how I am with them.
Rush.
That's how I was with Rush. That's how I was with Beatles as well.
Mm-hmm. God, there's a lot of them, aren't there?
Yeah. Not everybody can do that,
But if you can,
yeah.
then good for you.
Broadway the Hard Way. Jesus Thinks You're a Jerk on it. That's one of my personal favorite tunes. This is my last Zappa album.
Last analog journey.
Yeah, my out of all the records that I have of Zappa, this is the last one. We just went through them all.
This is live in something.
Yeah, live in New York.
Live in New York. I was gonna say New York, but I wasn't too sure, and then all of a sudden be like, oh my God, you're so stupid! It's live in Quebec. It's like, not New York.
And probably the most.
You can tell by the studio; it sounds different.
Yeah, and probably the most
Stage.
infamous, the most infamous tune on this album is Black Page.
That's one thing I always thought would be so cool to witness, like in person, is the Zappa recording, like live at the Roxy. Just be in the crowd at live at the Rock.
Oh yeah,
at
totally.
the Roxy Theater during the days he was playing it.
Yeah, that's like
That
one of
would
my
be
favorite.
Fucking cool.
And that was my favorite era of Zappa, and that's
Yeah.
why also
That was another. Yeah,
it was fantastic when me and a couple of my friends we saw Dweezil Zappa doing the Roxy performances, and that was as close as you could get. It was amazing.
First time you saw Dweezil, right?
Yes,
Because then the second time was when
the second
we
time
went.
was when we went. Yeah, that was the first time I saw him was in 2009, and then the second time was when we went a couple of years back there. So.
Yeah. Was that 2019, or was that later than that?
Was it 2019 or was it 2018?
I don't remember. I don't remember if it was 2018 or 19.
You'd have to look back you'd have to look back in the videos.
Probably.
Look back in my YouTube page and find out.
It sucks we couldn't
Maybe.
record it though.
No, exactly.
It would have been a good show to record.
It would have been.
Nice.
Well, thank you for spending your time with me.
Au revoir.
It's,
Thank you.
thanks for watching and all that. Those are the Zappas. And yeah, I got nothing else to say.
It really just speaks for itself, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, no, it
Yeah,
does.
It does.
It does.
Just look it up, listen to it.
Yeah.
All you gotta do.
It's all you gotta do. Just
Stop listening to the oboe and listen to Zappa now.
unless if it's Zappa on the oboe.
Which would be actually pretty neat to listen to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like some of the Yellow Shark, I'm sure there's oboe in there.
Or the ode, which is like a fretless lute.
Sure.
Zappa on the ode. That could be an album. People can do
This was my video.
Zappa the ode.
If you
Ode
liked
to
it,
Zappa on the ode.
That's
OED.
great.
Yeah.
Ode to Zappa.
I'm Gil.
All right.
That
Anyway,
was my video.
thanks a lot. This is Gil.
If you didn't like it,
And that's that guy.
yeah, watch something else.
Catch you on the flip
Bye.
side.
There's something so weird about being on camera. It's like you have to. It's like try and feel natural, but if you try and feel natural, it's like you're doing like, hi,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
All right, hey.
Exactly.
Exactly.